It's like
What? You could what?
No, like I tried so many shades, and it just kept coming out like the reddish burgundy. I was like, alright, I'm running out of time here. So,
It's been in the toilet for fuck's sake.
but you gotta think the resemblance uncanny. No hair on the top, lots of hair underneath. You know. What kind of fucking big eggs are you eating, Wellesley? Jesus! A reverse Glenn. He is literally a reverse Glenn. Although, I don't know if he's got turkey teeth or not, so I think that's fair. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bahrain. Is the second race on the old calendar of 2020. News just in. Pray, do you want to do the breaking news?
Yeah, I will. So it has been announced due to an incident in qualifying 2 last night, an incident between Carm and Stoolbend. Carm has been given a 3-place grid penalty, so Travesty has actually inherited pole position.
Yeah, and shake up of the grid means that Carm may get bogged down in the old incidents on that turn 1. So we do have Trav, Carlos, and Charman and Nerd moving up the benefactors of the grid penalty for Carm. Just looking, yeah, so we do have 4 medium tyre starts. That is Trav, Charman and Nerd, Carm, and Hodgson. So the rest on softs, and then from 11 downwards will all be free choice to get to choose who they want. Because they didn't get out of Q2.
So let's see who's betting on how many DNFs. More to the point, how many safety cars are we thinking? And another spicy prediction. Does Charmander get taken out by the safety car?
Oh, do you know what? That made me laugh so much last week. And the safety car was just like, you want to go by? Nope. That's pretty funny. But yeah, I'll say two safety cars. I'll be reserved for the old safety car number. I'll go with 2.
Okay.
What are you saying?
All right.
Higher or lower?
I'm saying 2 safety cars. I think there'll be 2 safety cars. In terms of DNFs, I don't know.
Alright, Dan.
I don't know.
You owe me 15 coins if he doesn't, and I'll give you 50 if he does. 15 if he does.
You almost said 50 there. Good backtrack.
Oh, I know. I was like panicking for a second. It's like, man needs his coins. But with that in mind, I think we may as well do a quick track rundown for the track of the day. Quickly load this up. I'll tell you what I'll do as well, Prey, because I forgot to do it yesterday. I will share my screen in Discord, so you can actually see what things I'm clicking on and whatnot. Oh, that's my webcam. That's not going to load. This screen. I'll turn the video off. So you should be able to see what I'm working with right now. So let's go for...
No, I cannot.
Is it not working?
It hasn't even loaded up.
Let's stop. Share again.
Nah, you said 50. That's fair. Pog, you F2 25 points. Too easy. I mean...
I'm not getting involved in that drama.
I mean...
Let's just say Sonny's wire.
Sonny be angry. Let's just say that. Sonny be angry.
Sonny's, like, self-wired controller didn't seem to work properly. I wonder why. Right. So,
Pike,
track rundown.
I think Pike completely obliterated Connor in that, but I mean, hey, it's what it is.
It is indeed. Right, let's quickly do the track info. So, you are joined with us on this nice, dry evening in the middle of the desert, the Bahrainian desert. The Gulf Air Grand Prix in Sakhir. That's how you pronounce that, apparently. As I googled that earlier on. Might have said it wrong, who knows. So yeah, 23.8 degrees, so it's dry weather as we expected. It is a 15-turn, 3.3 mile long track. Do you want to do the technicals, Prey? You're much better than I am.
So there are 15 turns in this, 6 to the left, 9 to the right, with 3 DRS zones, 1 after turn 3, the second after turn 10, and the third on the start-finish straight. You take your lap full throttle at 63% over the course of the entire lap. And this one is very stressful on the tires. It's a very abrasive track. So tire wear could become an issue. I've heard a couple of the guys say that they might only be able to do 10, like between 7 to 10 laps on softs before maybe they might have to go on either the mediums or the hards. Hards obviously will last longer than the rest. So it's just a case of what strategies are these guys going to produce, and who knows whether it'll get them the win or not. This could literally be down to strategy on who wins and who loses.
It could indeed. I tell you what, we did see last Sunday though is we saw the likes of Rock and Trav being all the way right at the back marking, and then somehow pulling out an incredible feat to climb all the grid up to, I think Rock became second, Trav third, so something around those numbers. But incredible amount of driving going on there.
I'll tell you something, Rock is going to have to do it again. He is starting from last on the grid.
Yeah, a man who's very busy. Doesn't have to turn up to qualifying. One second, just making a funny joke about Scotty 4Hotty's second brother being called Scotty 2Hotty.
Oh,
There we go.
Get out.
That's the level we're at. We are no longer affiliated with the WWE. They did up and leave Sky Sports, so you know they can leave and not
Are
come
we
back.
really making WWE puns here? Is that the level we've gotten to?
Absolutely. Well, yeah. When I see Couchy pile drive his car into AI, then yeah, they're the puns that I have to make.
So I'm just looking in the F1 drivers lounge. So Pit's tent might not actually be here because he's doing Clash, and Tezzy just said, "You're not gonna make it. Just come race."
Yeah. And then Flyer is also struggling to make it. So this really could shake things up.
It's also doing.
If I see he might just miss the race.
Excuse me, who do you think you're? I'll kill you into the last corner as well. It's Scott. He kills everyone, no discrimination.
That's fair. That's fair. Connor, talking about his brakes not working. Connor, do your brakes ever actually work properly? It doesn't seem like you're pressing them.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Connor had a good race in F2 up until the point they got binned out by Pike.
Fairs. I remember Connor's like first race on VL, and it was like he got about 3 laps in, and then it just kicked him out. He had that many penalties. So it seems that Flyer may be just missing the race.
Yeah, I think Flyer's not going to be joining us here. We have 18 drivers currently. We are literally just waiting for pitching a tent and Flyer. And I don't think those two are going to make it.
Yeah, me either. I think the fact that we're 7 minutes past already is pretty lenient, and there's the time starting down.
Yeah, so everyone is beginning their ready up procedures. And we're going to get into this race.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to quickly do the grid. That's slightly incorrect, but we'll still do it because it'll the towards the end will be correct. So it's quickly.
F1 reserves my arse.
So, the transition's still on. I may have trolled. So in first place is apparently Cam, but it won't be. It'll be Trav. Cam starting 4th, and then the next two will be 2nd and 3rd, which is Carlos and Charmander. Then Cam would be 4th, and then the rest should be correct. So Cradden in 5th, Hodgson in 6th. The two Ferrari boys looking to have a really good race today. Shadow Hopper in 7th, Stillbend in 8th. Again, pretty respectable places for these two. Callie down into 9th, Sontha in 10th. Callie having a really good Q2, not so good at great Q3. Blaze in 11th, Glyn into 12th. Monty into 13th. Flyer, who may not be attending, should be 14th. If not, everyone else will bump up. Law 15th, 10th, 16th, that may also not be attending. I don't think he is.
Yeah.
And that should be the grid. So I should be able to transition into the game now if the OBS picks it up. Slightly nervous that it's not going to. Okay, there it is. Big fan of the big hill and the exit.
I like the last sector. If you can string the corners together. If you can string the corners together on Vietnam, good freaking job.
Yeah, and I think it really will set
Scotty,
out
let's
the good drivers.
let's not have that joke when we've just talked about Spa.
Oh, not like this. Hubert didn't do it like this.
Oh no.
Not like this. Anton Hubert, rest in peace, my guy.
Yeah,
on.
you backtracking now, right after we've just talked about freaking Spa. Yeah, you backtracking now, but
Yeah, we know. We're all kidding, just like, don't worry. You're on about, presume you're on about the Vietnam track, if I'm honest.
yeah, probably Vietnam. You're on about Vietnam and not Spa.
But yeah, I do like Spa. As difficult as it can be over what hell, the hill, Rouge, over the exits. I think it's a really nice track to actually drive on, like to watch people drive on.
Hmm.
Austria's another good track. I do agree. Austria's a good track, and I also liked Australia last week. I really do like Australia. Yeah,
Australia's good. I think one of the tracks that I really do like that I personally feel is almost a little bit underrated is the Mexico Grand Prix.
mm,
The Mexico track is quite fun. It does have S-bends again. And again, if you can nail them, then you've got that. But then you've got the beautiful stadium section where like all the fans are kind of based. We're just waiting for the start for the start of the formation lap.
isn't
That's what's coming
Mexico
shortly.
is Mexico still in the calendar? Or is it like the last year's this year?
Mexico is not on the calendar this. Wait, are you meaning like IRL?
Yeah, well, I mean like before COVID. Okay, 2022. Yeah, because I knew that there was talks that it was going to get removed. But no,
Yeah.
we're good. We're good. I find Canada a little bit boring. Like the Northern American tracks are very much, yeah, not a fan.
Wait, Miffy, you probably like Canada because it doesn't have a lot of corners, so you'll be fine in your F2 car.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, a copy. I agree. I really like Monza. The Temple of Speed is a PogChamp circuit.
First, I want to say thank you to the fans of the lessons out here. That's what you sounded like, right? Yeah, I know, right? I know, right?
Right.
Leave it.
So we
Right.
do seem to be getting into the old start of the session, which is good news.
So we'll get the formation lap through, and then 45-ish minutes of racing. After that, with this 50% race, it normally goes 45-ish minutes.
Yeah. So
So you guys, we got the formation underway.
Do you not find it odd that it just starts on the formation lap? Like there's no build up.
I mean, yeah. What were the gases for amount of DNFs?
I'm gonna go 7.
I don't know. I really don't know. So the predicted pit stop strategy in the game is completely ludicrous. So we don't go off of that. Tessie and Impress have been disqualified.
Yeah, so
From the formation lap.
Formation lap looks like there's been a
They
slight
go straight
collision.
back to the grid.
Fix it, couch, don't worry, mate. I just noticed myself. Yeah, so it looks like they had a little bit of an incident. So for those that don't know, Formation lap is there just to get the heat in your tyres. You'll often see drivers, as you see on your screen right now, Trav, going side to side, getting more heat in there, ready so that when they go, they're at the optimal temperatures. And then we get round 1 lap, and then away we go. So yeah, I do wonder what that... this really drives me incredibly insane, the old predicted pit stop strategy. Really don't like that feature this year. I do wonder what the incident was between Impress and Tessie.
Probably just bumped into each other, because that's what it does. It could literally just be the slightest freaking tap, and the game will take you out of the formation lap. The bad thing about it is though, right? Because you get disqualified, you actually start the Grand Prix on cold tires. So that's exactly what those two are going to have to deal with. They don't get the option of heating up the tires beforehand.
Yeah, and it's obviously there's a reason why the drivers put the heat in there. They're going to be not as grippy, not as quick off the mark. But they are starting the 16th, 17th, which means that they're towards the back if there is going to be any incidents. I think at the moment, Glenn, Monty, Blaze are in an awful spot.
Well, the grid is reforming for the start of this Grand Prix. Travesty is in first with Carlos at the front of the pack. Carm right behind Carlos. It is 29 laps of Bahrain, and it's going to be a fun one. It is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, are you going to take the lights away for us?
I will indeed. So here we go, 29 laps of Bahrain. All 5 lights are on, and it's lights out, and away we go. It's a fantastic start from Travesty as he gets off the line fairly quickly, as Carlos is going to get behind him as well. Charmander and Karm going to have a little bit of a fun little tussle going into turn number 1. Clean so far coming through. Can't really see towards the back of the grid. Charmander up into second place. However, Kraden going to take a position off of Karm. Karm's going to get that right back. Headed up towards turn 3. Almost clean coming through here. No incidents so far. No one going off. Doesn't seem anyone to have damage. However, Flyer is going to be at the back of the pack. Rock has made up a position there too. And so far, so clean. Very, very much, very nice.
Yeah. I think the telling point is going to be Sector 2, the technical sector. I'm riding on board at the moment with Blaze, who had a bit of a knock. Somebody just lost their wing. It might have been Blaze, or might have been Impress.
I will have a look just to see who that is. It is going to be Aki has lost. No, never mind. I thought it was Aki, but I didn't quite see that. Interesting turn 10 as someone goes real wide out into there. Impress doesn't look like he has damage. I'm just trying to see who has the damage. I'm not.
Oh, we do see Purple Aki down sneaking in front of Blaze. Blaze not having the greatest start in this race. Let's go on board with Law. See what Law can do up a bit further up in the pack. There's a yellow flag safety car.
The safety car.
And Dan as DNF.
Retired from the session.
And there we have it. Not entirely sure what went on there.
Safety car instantly. First lap safety car.
That's not great. That's really going to hurt the Williams.
I think Travesty might have come into the pits.
I'd imagine quite a few people may.
Wait, what is happening with my... Okay, my leaderboard is completely screwed. Oh, nice. Flyer's retired as well.
Oh my, and that's a Rock with a collision.
5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Flyer. I'm not entirely sure what happened there.
That was in the pits.
That was in the pits?
A Flyer... Was that in the pits? Oh wait, I'm thinking Rock's Racing Point. Maybe I'm lying. Okay, yeah, I'm lying.
Safety car off the first onto second lap. Very interesting to see now 2 people are now DNF'd. Unfortunate for them, but now Rock has that 5-second penalty. Oh, Carlos has left the session. What's happening? What is happening? It might have been a disconnect, yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be. He's back in now.
Oh, he's coming back in. So, everyone under safety car conditions now. The pack will be bunched up. I mean, hey, if you're Travesty now, you've got to be careful now, because everyone is going to try and look for that best getaway off the safety car. It is definitely going to be a case of who gets the best launch away from the... Oh! Hopper's got a 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags.
All the incidents today. We're in the second lap. We had 2 DNFs and several penalties already.
Oh, Carlos's ERS was stuck on overtake. Got you. Esports ready game. So...
Yes, not a great advert for it. At least the safety car's not bugging out just yet.
Charmander is staying well away from the safety car.
Trav getting incredibly close to it. I wonder if he's trying to make it bug out just to see what banter he can have.
He's probably going to look for a little bit of banter. Now, the pack is completely formed up in a little bit. I think someone went off. I think Somtha maybe just went a little bit wide out of turn 1 under safety car conditions. Strange. Safety car should be coming in this lap, considering the entire group, the pack is now grouped up. So we'll find out about halfway into the lap whether or not the safety car is going to be coming in. If so,
Yeah,
you'll see the light on the top of the safety car go out.
They are quite temperamental at times.
Hmm.
So it wouldn't surprise me to see a third lap.
Normally, when the safety car, normally when the group is the pack is all grouped up, it can go out on the second safety car lap.
We can hope. I think we want to see more racing. We're not staying at the safety car.
We don't want to constantly stay under safety car conditions. Normally, the rule of the game is if there is once the fifth safety car has come out, safety car doesn't come out anymore. It just stays in. It won't be allowed to come back out.
It's interesting. Also, Flyer, a man who wasn't going to make the race. Okay, it's in this lap. That's good.
Here we go.
Flyer, a man who wasn't going to be in this race. A man who DNF last week. DNF in this week.
Yeah, Flyer's not having a good time. 100% DNF rate. Yeah, it's not looking good for him considering he is in a Haas. He is with the current defending drivers championship, so Haas was definitely in contention for potentially a constructors championship again. Now, the one thing I have heard from Travesty is him and Charmander are going for the constructors championship as the restart has begun. Tezzy has gotten a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Carm, sorry, and across the line onto lap number 4 off of the safety car. That's a fantastic getaway from Travesty, actually building time on Charmander.
And Lord getting a free position. Monty not looking to defend that at all. He's giving it up.
Carm is in 13th position.
Yeah, I think he pitted for the mediums, like fresh mediums.
Yeah, he has his first lap of mediums. So hoping he can get back up. Going to be taking a wide angle into turn number 4. Callie with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. A lot of penalties coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. And they may well have a say in the final standing of this race.
Very much so. Travesty building a 1.1 second lead on Charmander. I don't think Charmander had DRS there, which he didn't. Oh, DRS isn't even active. I've just remembered now because they didn't even make it to turn 3. Or to lap 3, sorry, without having a safety car. So it should be lap number... I'd like to say 6 when DRS is officially active.
I think 6 too. So I'm going to ride on board with Carm.
You're going to ride on board with Carm.
Yeah, he's looking to gain a position on Impress.
Onto the back.
We do see Rock also
getting ahead of Monty. And Carm got ahead. Travesty with a 1:31.1 as the fastest lap of the session.
Is that the first proper lap?
I think that's the first proper lap. Never mind, Carm doing Carm things with a 1:30.5.
And now sending it on the inside of Monty into turn 1.
So Carm's coming up the pack as Carm does.
Yeah, absolutely. We've often seen him do the back of the pack to the front of the pack challenges. It's just a thing he likes to try.
So I'm on board with Hodgson coming through the S-bends into turn number 8. And everything is looking clean from everyone at the front of the pack. However, Carm is getting closer to Rock from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, Rock's being held up by Law, and then Carm's right on Rock's tail.
So it's going to be a case of things are going to get more interesting when DRS is enabled, and these guys get the extra because they're all bunched up. Yellow flag in sector 2. Tezzy's gone off.
Yeah, he's still in the race. I'd imagine he's got some damage. Not entirely sure what happened there.
Yeah, that front wing doesn't look too good. He will have to box for a new one.
Carm sending it down the inside, but Rock defending really well, braking really late.
Rock with definitely good defense. DRS enabled. Here we go. This is where it gets interesting. Charmander is within DRS range. He will have DRS going up to turn number 4. And a lot of these guys are going to have DRS. I think everyone in the top 3 is going to have DRS apart from Travesty. The gap is closing. Travesty able to stay ahead.
So Calm does have DRS, but no ERS. Sends it on the outside. Oh, so again, really good defense from Rock.
I'm going for the outside of turn 4 is a little bit risky, but I mean, if there's anyone who can make it work, it has to be.
Yeah,
Exactly. Calm, doesn't it?
Glenn has left the session again. I wonder if that's a disconnect.
Oh yeah, it's probably a disconnect. Glenn is obviously quite strong, up in 6th position in the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, and 3 of the Ferrari boys sitting in that top 6.
Yeah, very much so. Empress, hopefully going to try and get up there and get into the points. Obviously, top 10 gets points, 25 points available for the top person for first place, whilst 1 point you get for being in 10th position. Obviously, you get, I think you get a point for fastest lap as well, as Stuhlben gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Yeah, and we see Shadow Hopper gaining a free place because Glenn is in AI. He said he's rejoined, but I still see the X over his name.
Welcome to the free place club.
Calm taking the overtake. Oh, and Glenn! Oh my god, the desync. Calm was a lucky man right there. Oh my word. Okay, so I'll finish what I was saying. Calm getting the overtake on Rock.
Calm's getting a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, and I caught that right on stream. He undercut Glenn over leaving the track. It's his 3rd warning. So yeah, gets that penalty.
The front 3, the podium positions are it's a very close race actually between all of them.
So my leaderboard interval has seemed to have broken.
So is mine.
Excellent, great game, good job.
Esports.
So I want to
Yellow
go
flag
with Cradle.
inspector 2. Who's gone off? It is Impress. Impress has gone off. Front wing damage is fine though in terms of his wheels. They've stayed on. But Tessie is 42 seconds at the back.
Yeah, and I think some of that time will cut down as Impress will have to pit to get that damage fixed. But as it stands, if you can get around without losing too much time, that will be a free pit on Tessie. I mean, Impress won't be at the back of the pack.
Front 3 coming across towards the start-finish straight. DRS is going to be available for both Charmander and Kraden. Kraden is looking for 2nd place. He can smell it, but he's going to be able to get it. He's going to go onto the inside. He's going to try and launch it. Never mind, he hops in back behind Charmander. The worst thing is for Kraden here is getting past Charmander, because both of them have DRS. So it is an even playing field. Meanwhile, at the back, Hodgson is going to try... Never mind, he's going to stick it safe. Behind. Karm is up to 6th place, but remember the 3-second time penalty. And is currently 3 seconds behind Hodgson. So at this current point, if the race was to end, Karm would end up towards 10th position.
Yeah, it's you wouldn't imagine that before the race, would you?
No, I really would not imagine that he would have gotten that penalty. But it happened. DRS wide open for both Charmander and Kraden. Travesty still ahead of the pack. He's up there. He's kind of keeping Charmander comfortably in DRS range towards the end of the towards the front end of the second. So he's...
They're probably communicating, saying, give me the toe, let me have the DRS. Just enough so he's in it, and that means that Kraden can't overtake. I will also say that Kraden's soft tyres are very shortly will start to become a lot worse than Charmander Nerd's mediums.
Yeah, it's 7-lap softs for both Kraden and Carlos. So you'd have to think they would want to pit soon. Tessie and Impress on the softs now, brand new softs as well, so they're going to try and push potentially to get back in contention with the pack, as the pack, from what I'm noticing, the pack is starting to kind of split up. You know, Flyers fully left the session, unfortunately. He did crash out, which is a shame. It's a shame, but...
So do you see Hodgson attempted to make an overtake on Carlos?
He might get it actually with the upcoming DRS zone.
He's using a lot of ERS though, so he needs to make sure he's on that.
He's gonna go for it. He looks like he's gonna go for it. He's hitting overtake. Oh, Blaze is retired from the session.
And again,
What happened there?
no idea what's just happened there. Just before he enters Sector 2, it looks like there's been some sort of an incident.
I wonder if he lost it. Shadowhopper getting another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I think he's up to a total of 8. Didn't he have a 5-second time penalty?
Yeah, I think he did.
So lap 9, 20 laps to go. Travesty still up ahead. Now, Travesty has built up one heck of a lead. Carlos is going to come into the pits, realizing that his tires are done. Cradden, however, staying out.
Yeah, Cradden getting that position in
Cradden got-
second. And then Shadow with another...
with another 5 second for speeding in the pit lane. Oh,
He's not
no.
having a great race right now.
He's not having a great race at all. Can I just say something, however? Back of the grid, Rock, up in P6 right now.
And the man does it again. He just doesn't turn to qualifying. Starts at the back. Climbs a lot of positions.
Well, Hodgson has to be careful. Carm is hunting. Carm is on the hunt here. Coming in towards turn 9, now into turn 10. And DRS is going to be available for Carm here. DRS wide open. Hodgson, sorry, trying to use the ERS effectively, and he does, but it doesn't have that much ERS left. So Tezzy and Empress now back up with the pack, about 13 to 15 seconds behind Shadowhopper. But the gaps are beginning to form. This is where the pit strategy comes into play. As Carm is going to try and go for the move. He's going to maybe send it down the inside into turn 14 and 15. No, never mind. He's going to back off and wait for the DRS.
This is going to be the time to make
wide
the move.
open.
He's out of the RS,
Closing. Going to go for the inside. Hodgson not going to try and defend as Carm goes into third position. Oh, Stulben gets a 3-second time penalty. I think that's his second one. It's Carm up ahead. Hodgson gonna have the DRS available, gonna try and push,
And
but Carm is defending the
sent it
inside.
the inside on his own teammate.
Racing Points, Project Racing Point gonna have a little bit of a battle here. Oh, and Stulben had DRS over Somtha as well.
Yeah, a little bit of inter-team battling right there.
I mean, at this point, though, at this point in time, Travesty, Tezzy with the fastest lap. Travesty, however, is comfortably in the lead, 3.2 seconds over his teammate. Now they've realized they've both built. Can't speak English. Jesus. He's built a gap over Charmander, and they're comfortably sitting in P1 and P2. If all things keep going the way it is, and I'm touching wood here, this could be a Red Bull 1-2.
Yeah, and so many times we saw that last season, the two Red Bulls being on the podium together. Usually with Calm, as we see right now, Calm in third. But Calm does have a couple extra laps on those tyres that he will have to pit again. There's no way he's going to get to the end on those mediums.
Remember, Carm has a 3-second time penalty, which
True.
will be served in the pit lane.
That is true, yeah, and that could really hinder him.
So Carm needs to decide whether he's going to pit early to serve it and then try and get back up the grid, or whether he's going to serve it towards the middle, towards the end of the race. It's a choice for him to make, and whether he's going to do, when he's going to make that decision well or not, that's up to him on that.
So we do see Callie getting the position on Law in turns 1 and 2.
Oh, I think I know what Travesty and Charmander are going to try and do. I think they're going to try for a stack stop.
Yeah, quite possibly. The gap's getting there.
The gap is getting there. If they were to stack stop now, Carm would have to pit. Like, there's no option. If because if Travesty and Charmander get that stack stop done nicely, Karm's in trouble if he doesn't pit as well. So 11 lap old mediums. Does Travesty and Karm? No, never mind. They go out. They are staying out on 11 to 12 lap mediums. However,
I think they
pit
will.
window is now open for Travesty.
I think we'll see Trav and Charmander take these up towards the 18, 19 laps and then go for the softs to the end.
Maybe Law with a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Another. These guys are getting penalties, penalty after penalty after penalty. I want to point out as well, Cradden and Glenn on hard tires.
Yeah, seems a different tactic, but they will be able to go to the end. They're on fresh hards, which, like, in honesty, like, they're not great, but it means that they're not going to pit again. They want to go for the softs. I don't know. Like, there's obviously something they've worked together on within the team. I'll say as much. Wonder if Hodgson will go out into the hards or not.
I think there's a little bit of a battle for the last couple of positions, I think. Oh no, never mind. Tezzy's 6.8 seconds behind Carlos, whilst Impress is 6 seconds behind Tezzy.
Yeah. It's quite a big gap.
Yeah, quite a big gap. There's a lot of gaps being formed now. Probably the closest one right now is between Stoolbend and Cradden, but Stoolbend has, I think, 6 seconds worth of penalties now.
What I will say about gaps is Karm has managed to cut it under. Oh, okay, Charmander are going into the pits right now. Yeah, they're not double stacking.
Yeah, they're not double stacking. Charmander's going to go in first. Hodgson's going to follow. So is Rock. Rock is going to go in as well. Onto the softs they go. 5 seconds behind Travesty, but we know that Karm can reduce a gap significantly well. But remember, Travesty and Karm have a pit, so Travesty will probably want to go as far as fast as he can on this one, build a big enough gap, and hopefully get that pit stop done. Because again, Karm has that 3-second time penalty, which will be served in the pit lane. So Travesty has the advantage here.
Yeah, and don't forget that Karm still needs to pit anyway, because he's only been on one tire compound.
Yeah. So, update on the tires. Charmander, Rock, Tezzy, Empress, they're all on the soft. Law has now changed over to the hard tire compound as well. So is Hodgson. He's coming as well. So, difference in strategies by the looks of things. People are going to try and go to the end. Most people are going to try and go faster and make these tires last. There is only 14 laps left.
Yeah.
15,
so
14.
I think we're about to get to a very crunch point in the race where people will have to pit at the top, and it's who's going to blink first. Can Karm get the undercut?
Obviously staying out.
Yeah, and so's Karm as well.
Ooh.
Not blinking yet.
Monty with a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings.
Yeah.
Flag in sector 2, Empress has gone off. Empress has gone off. Oh, this might actually cause a little bit of a hindrance towards Travesty, as we are going to get the first lapped cars in. There's going to be a little bit of back markers here.
Charmander are taking a double overtake on Cradden and Somtha.
Fresh tires.
Yeah, really impressive driving there.
Fresh, soft tires. That is all it is.
Building that gap now as well. Purple sector 1. He's doing really well. Like you say, the fresh softs. Plenty of speed in there.
Plenty of speed, but he's got to make them last. He can't constantly keep pushing, or else those tires are going to go out quite quickly.
Yeah, I don't know about the 14 laps with softs. It's a bit of a gamble.
Yeah, it is. I wonder if... Wow, Travesty's definitely going to try and make these last. He's going out for his 15th lap on these medium and on the medium tire compound. I wonder if he's he's gonna try and go for 18 laps, I think, on these.
Yeah, I think so too, and I'm very surprised that Chaminade didn't do the same. Now, obviously, Calm was gaining, and maybe he's gone for the early pit just so he's not battling. But yeah, I think Trav will go for 18, 19, and then go to softs.
Charmander with fastest lap, a 128.9.
Cradden's sending it on the inside of Sompa now. Nice easy overtake on those hards.
Oh, but Rock, 128.888. Rock with the fastest lap, which would be quite good because
And we
he's
see
currently down in ninth.
Sompa hitting the wall. I think he bumped Cradden. Then reversing onto the track. That was pretty dangerous, I'm not going to lie. So is that a safety car? Or is it VSC?
It's a virtual safety car.
Cool.
So everyone is going to need to slow down. I think they will have to reduce their speed by 40% and keep within the delta that they have been given. Again, I think this is quite good for Travesty. It allows him to keep in the lead. We've gone green. DRS has now been re-enabled.
And Chaminade now up to third. Overtaking Monty.
Carm needs to pit. Remember, Carm needs to pit. Travesty, 16 laps on this medium compound.
Well, here's the problem for Chaminade. So he's 20 seconds. If Calm pits, goes onto softs, Calm could then probably go to the end of the race. Chaminade, I think, is a risk.
It's a risk that might pay off because the other thing
True.
as well. So average pit stop is normally around 22 to 23 seconds. With a 3-second time penalty on that, you're then looking at 26. Charmander could build a lead over Carm that Carm might not be able to, whittle down. However, saying that, Carm went from about 5 seconds to 3.7 seconds off the Travesty now. So Travesty is losing ground.
Yeah, and we're about to see that battle at the top really come into play. As you said earlier on, the strategy's been a massive factor. And who's going to blink first? Who's going to get in that pit, get on the softs?
Yeah.
Do you see Rock, Hodgson, and Stolben being incredibly bunched up?
Well, yeah, a little bit of a battle here. Hodgson takes the 6th position. There's a battle for 6th here for definite between Stolben. Oh, almost a little bit of contact. Stolben goes into... Oh, Stolben has just lost his positioning completely.
Yeah, Rock with an excellent overtake right there. Get on the outside. As you say, almost collision. Rock deals with it well, gives him a little bit more space. Stolben blinks first, brakes, and gives him the position.
Meanwhile, Cradden going to be closely followed by Monty. Monty is on 16 lap mediums. Hodgson was thinking about a move, or there was someone behind. Wait. Oh, I think. Oh, it's Empress that's behind Monty. I was kind of confused. I saw an Alfa Romeo behind Monty, and I was just like, hang on, what? Glenn's in
Monty going into the pits now.
Yep, Monty into the pits. Meanwhile, the battle up ahead. 3 seconds now separate Travesty
Rock
and
sending
Carm.
it into 5th. Good overtake. Nice and clean. So yeah, the battle right now I think is right at the top. Calm making that ground up in quick fashion. Both of these
Very much so.
front two needing to pit shortly. It's going to be intense.
You can tell that Carm is pushing hard. He doesn't want these 3 seconds to hinder him as much as it's going to. I think, but I also think Travesty is panicking.
Yeah, I mean he's lost like nearly 4 seconds of time now. He's got to be on his mind.
It has to be on his mind that Carm is pushing, and Carm is behind him. Now on to lap 18 of these mediums, lap 19 total. So this is the point where Travesty feels that he can push and get a pit in cleanly. But if he's going to do it, he has to do it now. And Carm is waiting. Carm is just waiting for Travesty to pit. Because I think Karm will pit when Travesty pits.
I think so too. I think Calm's playing the cat and mouse game where whatever Trav does, that's what he's going to do.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Precisely, and he's waiting for Trav to go in that pit so he can dive in with him and then come out on the same tyre compound, knowing that he's naturally faster.
Right now, Karm is just like, anything you can do, I can do better, but I've got a 3-second time penalty, mate. You might still have it. So, getting close. Charmander is also is always trying to push as well. Karm at a disadvantage here with being sandwiched between two Red Bulls at this current point in time. The pack, looking at the intervals for the rest of the pack, yeah, there are gaps that have definitely kind of formed.
Yeah, they're all pretty much thinned out. Not much DRS going on right now.
Yeah, not much DRS going on. Well, there is actually no DRS going on at all. But here we go. Front of the pack. Travesty coming around onto the main straight. Does he pit for these softs? He does. He's coming into the pits. Here we go. Does Karm pit as well? Karm pits as well. So, this is the battle coming out. Charmander's greatest potential is now. Needs to push. There's going to be a battle coming out. Travesty is coming out of the pits. Charmander is there as well. Charmander is going to take the lead. He goes into the lead on the 5-lap soft. He's got 9 laps to go as well. At the end of this, these soft tires that he's got will be
like 14 laps, 15 laps?
14 laps. Tezzy's got a 3-second time penalty. That doesn't really help him. He's down in 14th. Now, Karm is very much at that disadvantage now from the leader. Karm is currently 11 seconds off of Charmander. So again, we're currently on for the Red Bull 1-2. I don't think that pit stop was good for Karm at all.
No, he's put him right into traffic as well. He's going to have to battle by 2 really experienced drivers in Rock and Cradden, 2 really well-known good drivers. And that really could hold him up, where the Red Bulls can just start to pull away.
I think that 3-second time penalty has screwed Karm over completely.
Yeah, I think so too. He's now what 10 seconds behind? 8 seconds?
Roughly 9-10 seconds behind. Travesty, however, is catching Charmander. I wonder if Charmander is going to let Travesty through.
Maybe they'll go for the DRS tow again.
Maybe. That'll probably be the best thing to do as well, to kind of keep Travesty ahead as much as possible. But Charmander is slowly going to realize that the grip in his tires is going, and it will go fast. So, at this current point in time for Red Bull, what do you do? Do you make the switch? DRS range is now... Travesty is now in DRS range as well.
Yeah,
Karm is already caught up. Karm is already caught up to the third place battle.
Yeah, and Rock taking Cradden and then Karm taking Cradden, pretty much within 3 corners of each other.
Cradden is on 9-lap-old hards. Rock needs to push if he's going to keep Karm ahead and Karm behind him and keep that podium place.
Karm going for it.
Going around the outside of turn 9 into turn 10.
Rock shutting the door, not letting him have the space. Karm looking to have the maneuver. He's going to have DRS now on the straight.
And that will secure the podium position. Now, 8 laps to go. 7 seconds behind Charmander, because Travesty has taken the lead again. We have seen Karm build, get back off of a 5-second deficit, but he is on those fresh softs.
He is indeed, and we're going to see right now how fast Karm has got in 2020. How much pace has he got in that tank?
Charmander into the pits.
And there you go, that's what I said earlier on. Charmander having to pit again basically gives it to Karm for that second spot.
So Charmander will go onto a new set of softs.
So Charmander, I think, pretty much conceding that he's not going to hold Karm off for the rest of this race.
I'm not sure about that. I think it may have been a mistake. I reckon he was meant to go on mediums. But
Yeah, quite
didn't.
possibly. But
Or
yeah.
hards, actually. But
I
it was
just really didn't
actually-
understand the softs.
I don't either. Myself, I think the soft was a really bad decision.
Maybe he was
Um,
gambling for another safety car.
Maybe. I reckon he was, and we were close to it. We had a virtual safety car, but we didn't have the full safety car. 6 seconds separate Travesty and Carm at the front of the pack. Both of them, even on tires. Oh, this is going to be an interesting final.
Yeah, these last 7 laps are going to be close. And Calm's pretty much going to have to do 0.8 of a second every lap on Trav. Now, that is a big ask for Calm.
It is
That's
a bit- it
a
is a
moderate
bit.
ask.
If it was anyone else, that would be like an impossible to a big ask. But this is Carm. Carm is an alien speed demon. Carm setting a new fastest lap as well of a 128.4, catching Travesty every step of the way. 5.7 seconds now.
And we see Stolbend, so further down the grid, Stolbend and Law battling for that 11th spot. Stolbend on the fresh sauce, Law on the 7-lap-old hards. Looks like Stolbend's going to go for it once again. Gain that position with ease.
Nice.
It's clean overtake.
Up to 11th position.
And we're going to see
Can he get
Glenn.
into the points? Can he get into the points?
What happened to Rock? Did he pit as well? I think he pitted as well.
Rock pitted. Charmander pitted.
Yeah. So going for a 2-stop strategy.
The thing is, though,
Not
Rock is
sure.
still in good points. Rock is still in good points. So is Glenn. Charmander's up there as well. So they're comfortable points for both for both Ferraris, both Red Bulls. Comfortable points for Project Mercedes as well. I don't know. I'm still unsure about some of the strategies. About some of the strategies, especially with Charmander and Rock here. I'm not entirely sure, but 5 seconds now separate Carmen Travesty. 5 laps left to go. Law got ahead of Stolbend again.
Yeah, these two are really tussling. Law going incredibly wide, almost exceeding track limits.
Oh no! Stolbend with another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Oh my god, Rock!
Wow, that's fast.
128 dead almost for fastest lap. Oh, we've got a yellow flag, sectors 2 and 3. Do we get a safety
That's
car?
Tezzy.
It is Tezzy.
No safety car.
Tezzy's fine. Okay, we didn't get a safety car because the safety car would have really spiced things up for the
Absolutely.
final kind of set of laps here. 4.7 seconds separate Travesty and Carm. Can Carm do this? Can Carm do this with 5 laps, well, 4 laps now left to go?
So again, we're asking him to gain like just under a second a lap right now.
Pretty much, he needs to gain a second per lap. I'm not entirely sure if he can do this.
Yeah, me either. I think it's becoming a real challenge right now.
Unless Travesty spins or something like that, makes a mistake, I'm not entirely sure if Carm can do it. Or safety car. Oh, if we get a safety car.
Well, safety car, with how these people are driving, Charmander and Rock would be right in there for that podium.
Oh, Law and Stolbend. Currently going side by side into turn 14 and 15, and Stolbend goes for the dive as he takes 11th, and he will have DRS as well. I don't think he's realized he's got DRS.
He definitely didn't. Law just takes back the position.
Law just takes it back cleanly. Stillbend will have DRS again. And he activates it this time. That was strange.
It was indeed, wasn't it? Must
Meanwhile,
have been so
battle for
concentrated.
Yeah. Meanwhile, battle for 8th position. Carlos up ahead, Monty behind. And we'll be dealing with traffic as well. I think that is Impress again. Up ahead. Oh, Monty going for the dive. Maybe a dive around the inside. No, he doesn't. Stays behind. Hopefully looking towards the DRS. The DRS zone.
Yeah, Monty's been in this position for quite a while now, where he's never really making that attempt, and you just want him to like just have the balls and go for it.
Oh,
we do see a
flag in
racing point.
sector 2. That is Stillbend.
Again, no safety car though. He joins back on the track as someone's going around.
That was a bit risky on that rejoin.
We do see Monty finally getting that position on Carlos. Monty right in the position of, like, overtaking Glenn now. That's plenty ERS.
3.6 seconds, by the way. Carm to Travesty.
Yeah, it's definitely one to keep an eye on.
I'm keeping an eye on that fight. On that top fight.
Charman and Nerd getting almost in DRS zone. Oh, I think he might have just got in DRS zone. I didn't. I'll Hodge them. So looking to get that position.
Two racing points are in a little bit of a battle here. They're sticking quite close to each other.
Yeah, I noticed this earlier on. Like, you wouldn't have expected this out of the teammates.
No, I definitely wouldn't have expected this out of teammates. At all. 3 laps to go. 3.5 seconds left.
Charman and Nerd sending it on the outside. Going wheel to wheel.
Oh my god. The battles are starting to come out. It's the dying moments of the race. These battles are now crucial, especially in the top 10. Higher up you are, obviously more drivers' points and more constructors' points you get for your team. The mad chase at the top, as well as 4th place.
And we see the battle for 7th right now. Monty sending it on the inside of Glenn. Glenn trying to defend, but Monty on the fresher tyres. And Glenn holds him off. Impress also going to cause an issue now.
Not only on the fresher tyres, by the way, but the softer tyres as well.
Yes, absolutely. And Glenn... Oh, this bump! Monty bumps him and loses his front wing. That will probably spell the end of that one. Oh, and then we just see Glenn pull away.
If that debris landed on track, the game might do a safety car for it. There are so many little things that can trigger a safety car in this game. Impress has a 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flags.
Yeah, and that's on Glenn, not letting Glenn overtake. Glenn finally gets in front of him now. Which meant that Monty was allowed to catch back up, and Carlos gets incredibly close to both of them. So, he's kind of not any battles towards the end now. Calm hasn't been able to make that time up, so it seems to be that it's going to be a Travis Paul finish.
Travesty looking to convert pole position into a race win and potentially evening up the championship as well, because if Travesty finished... Oh no, he wouldn't actually even the championship, because he got 3rd in Australia, if I remember correctly.
I think so. Rock came 2nd or 3rd and Trav came the other one, I'm fairly sure. But I can't remember which way it was. So there's a yellow sector. Okay, it's been cleared.
Been cleared.
So just a little bit of a spin.
What happened there? 2.6 seconds. Headed down to the last 2 corners to get on to the last lap. It is lap 29 of 29 as Travesty crosses the line. 4.4 and 4.2.5 seconds. Jesus Christ, what am I talking about? I'm so hyped. I am on board with Travesty for this final lap. See if he can hold it well.
Charmander looking to make a late attempt to get into that the podium finish.
It is very close between Kraden
And he's sending it.
and Charmander. He gets it. It's a Red Bull 1-3.
Yeah. A half sandwich with the Red Bull crusts. Just gonna see if he can defend that. But again, the Ferrari 4, 5, and 7 is respectable from them.
Very respectful and a good haul of points for Project 5. Oh, Sector 2. That was a mistake by Carm.
Look at the time gap open up there, so pretty much secures it. Trav could go a Sunday leisurely pace right now, and he'd be still finishing.
Very much so. The strategy worked very well for Travesty. And actually, Charmander gonna get a good haul of points as well. Travesty was qualified in P2 with some luck. Carm gets that 3-second place penalty, and Travesty converts pole position. He takes the Bahrain Grand Prix.
There we have it. Confirmation. Travesty in number 1. We do see a late battle with Rock trying to get in the 5th position. He's not going to have DRS, but he has got some ERS. Not much in the tank. Don't think he's going to have it in him to get it.
Carm takes 2nd place. Tezzy's finished the Grand Prix as well because he was lapped. It is a Red Bull 1-3. Ferrari take 4 and 5. Never mind! Oh my god, Rock is taking 5th position. Kraden had some
Penalties, yeah.
Kraden had some penalties. Glenn takes 6th. Or Glenn is looking for 7th position.
Do you see Carl?
Oh my god!
And Glenn gets 6th.
Oh!
And Kraden goes to 8th.
Carlos and Glenn move up into...
Kraden on his interval says 1 lap.
Charlie is on 8th. Kraden is in 10th position.
And I think Kraden goes down to like 14th here.
Nah.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, Law doesn't gain it. But Kraden... Oh my god.
No, he does.
What on earth was that?
What happened?
That seems to be a bug.
Surely not.
I mean, he had over a lap's worth of penalties apparently.
What?
I mean, right now, he crashed apparently. I'm unsure. I don't know. I'm in shock right now. But what I do know for certain is we do see Travis taking pole, Calm in 2nd, and Charmander in 3rd. Whew.
No. Kraden had penalties.
I will go on the racing director and check in a second, but yeah, he finished in 15th. Apparently had one lap worth of penalties.
What?
Okay, incidents. Kraden, I'll do this because I know you watch it back and you can get your screenshots. Man doesn't forget, but I'm just looking. He exceeded track limits, got a warning.
Okay, I found this on
Cheers,
the
Siri. No worries, pal. I'm not seeing a lot for Kraden right now, I'll be honest. No, there's one penalty on there.
Wow, that's ridiculous. So that does it for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Your winner, Travesty, followed by Carm from Charmander. Hodgson takes 4th. Rock takes 5th. Glenn in 6th position. Carlos, Callie, and Monty in 7th, 8th, and 9th. Somtha rounds out your top 10. Law and Stoolbend in 11th and 12th. Shadowhopper and Tezzy 13th and 14th. Kraden in 15th position. Empress in 16th. 17th, 18th, and 19th, unfortunately being DNF'd for Blaze, Flyer, and Purple Aki. That was
Eventful at the end.
one hell of a Grand Prix.
Absolutely. And I will say, what credit to these drivers: 1 safety car, 3 DNFs. That's a lot
3
better than we
DNFs, 1
expected.
safety car. Yeah, I had it. I had a bet on 2 safety cars. That's what I had.
So that's a lot better than we thought. Oh, final thoughts on that, Prey. What you were saying?
I think on this occasion, final thoughts from me is penalties cost a lot of things.
Absolutely.
If there wasn't a
suffering.
penalty for Carm would have won.
Yeah,
There's
I mean,
no
he
doubt
finished
in
within
my mind.
2.4 seconds at the end.
2.4 seconds. If he didn't have that penalty, it would have been a closer battle between Travesty and Carm, but it would go to show that Carm would have taken it and he would have gone back to back.
It's a really strange one, but right, we're gonna leave it right there. I think more to come on that story. I think the FIA will be looking into Cradden's incident again. There's 1-1 on there all race, so unsure. But thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Join us next week. Do you know what the track is next week, by any chance, Pray?
I believe it'll be Shanghai.
So join us next week in Shanghai, where we look forward to.
Don't quote me on that, okay? Don't quote me on that. I don't.
1 second. Shanghai Prey. There we go. In the chat, it's been quoted. So we will see you next week in Shanghai. Prey shows me it'll be Shanghai.
Come on.
Which will prove to be such a good street circuit. No idea if it is. I'm just going to say it just for the bands.
Street circuit.
At this point, it's a meme. Thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll catch you next week. Good night.
Good night, guys.